What if the secret to lasting fitness isn't about pushing harder but moving slower? Sounds counterintuitive, right? After all, our culture is obsessed with intensity. HIIT classes, marathon training, and the no pain, no gain mantra. But a growing movement is flipping the script. It's called Zone Zero exercise, and it's shaking up the way we think about staying active. Let's unpack what it is, why it matters, and why it might just be the missing piece in your fitness puzzle. Picture this: someone strolling at a pace where they could chat the entire time, or doing yoga so gently it feels like stretching in pajamas. To some, this might look like not really exercising, but that's precisely the point. Zone Zero isn't about burning calories or breaking a sweat. It's about moving so easily that your heart rate stays low, often below what even some fitness trackers label as active. For some, it's a walk around the block. For others, it's watering plants or doing a few basic stretches while waiting for coffee to brew. The goal? To keep things simple, sustainable, and accessible. Here's where the controversy kicks in. Not everyone agrees on whether Zone Zero deserves its own label. Some scientists argue it's just a subset of active recovery, or below Zone 1, which typically means 50 to 60% of your max heart rate. But the term has caught fire in mainstream conversations, likely because it strips away the pressure. No gym memberships, no gadgets, just movement that feels natural, not forced. And this is the part most people miss. Zone Zero isn't a lesser form of exercise, it's a gateway. For older adults, those recovering from injuries, or anyone who's been sidelined by burnout, it offers a way back into physical activity without the guilt or strain of high-intensity routines. Studies show even mild, daily movement can boost circulation, stabilize blood sugar, and lift moods. Take a 30-minute walk, for instance. Research suggests it can lower the risk of heart disease, even if you're not gasping for air. But here's where it gets tricky. How do you balance Zone Zero with progress? If your aim is to run a marathon or build muscle, gentle movement alone won't cut it. The body needs challenges to grow stronger. Yet the all-or-nothing mindset, either grind hard or quit entirely, can be a trap. Zone Zero isn't a replacement for intensity. It's a foundation. Think of it as the base of a pyramid. From there, you can layer in more demanding workouts without risking burnout. The real power of Zone Zero lies in consistency. Many people abandon exercise plans because they set unrealistic expectations. But a routine built on low-effort activities is easier to stick with. Over time, the small wins add up. Better sleep, sharper focus, and a lower risk of chronic illnesses. And let's not forget the mental health angle. In a world full of deadlines and screens, a quiet walk or a slow stretch session can be a reset button, not an energy drain. Still skeptical? Consider this. Scientists are still debating whether Zone Zero is a distinct category at all. Some call it below Zone 1. Others argue it's just a catchy name for old ideas. But the popularity of the term suggests something deeper, a craving for simplicity in a complex world. Public health guidelines often overwhelm us with numbers. How many steps, minutes, heartbeats per hour? Zone Zero cuts through the noise with a simple message. Do something. Even if it's gentle. Even if it feels too easy. And here's a twist. Evidence shows that prolonged sitting, even for people who work out intensely otherwise, can harm health. That's where Zone Zero shines. Breaking up sedentary time with light movement, like walking during a phone call or doing a few yoga poses, might matter as much as the occasional grueling workout. So is Zone Zero the future of fitness? Not exactly. It's not about ignoring effort. It's about redefining it. Whether you're an athlete cooling down after a race or someone rediscovering movement after years of inactivity, the lesson is the same. Sometimes the path to progress isn't paved with pain. It's paved with patience. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried incorporating low-effort exercise into your routine? Does the idea of effortless movement feel too simplistic, or do you see its value? Share your thoughts below. We're all ears.